vampires are a bit shit. They're not, particularly the modern kind of drippy, romantic, sexy vampires. What's the point? Vampires are supposed to be scary, and they were created as a sort of fear of sexual disease, really. So to reduce them to sort of drippy types who hang around in coffee bars is and also to defeat a vampire, you simply have to offer them out at midday. Zombies are much more frightening, much more nasty and upsetting. But that being said, that there's a lot of overlap between zombies and vampires. I think a lot of the zombie stuff, that particularly that Romero came up with, was pretty well stolen from vampire mythology. But yeah, zombies shit all over vampires. Well, I go for the classical George Romero style, slow-moving zombies. That's part, for me, of what makes them so frightening. That it's the nightmare quality. I often have those kind of nightmares where things are coming at you, and you can kill some of them, but they just keep coming. It's the relentlessness of it, and that's what's great about the slow-moving zombies, is they just keep coming and coming and coming, and you can smash one out the way, but there'll be another one there behind, and eventually they will get to you. Fast-moving zombies are just nutters, really, aren't they? Yeah, they're like sort of football hooligans. So I like a slow, relentless zombie. Oh, that's a really difficult one. I'd probably go with Night of the Living Dead, because it was the first one, and it was the first one I saw, and it really freaked me out when I first saw it. I was at university, and back in those days, in the 70s, there were no videos, no DVDs. If you wanted to watch a horror movie, you had to see it at the cinema or hope that it came on late night TV. Night of the Living Dead wasn't the sort of film they put on TV in those days. So what I had to end up doing was I started a film club at university where we could hire these films in, and we did an all-nighter, and we put on Night of the Living Dead as part of that. It's the only way I could get to watch it, and it was fantastic watching it in the cinema like that. It's a bit old-fashioned. It was made very cheaply. There's some clunky bits, but it was the first. So it was the first, and without that, there would have been none. We wouldn't be suffering the plague of zombies that we have in the world at the moment. I would go with them. That being said, Dawn of the Dead is a great film as well, and that was the one that really put zombies on the map. Well, in my books, the kids tend to use clubs more than edged weapons, because they are actually easier to control, and you're less likely to damage yourself. That's the problem. A badly wielded machete, you could do more damage to yourself or your friends if you're not careful. Whereas a baseball bat is nice and easy to use, and there's something quite satisfying about clubbing someone to death. So I'll go with a baseball bat. Well, if you really want to gross someone out, the intestine, I think, wins out over the brain. The brain's quite yucky, and it's got a lot of bad implications. But the intestine, and the great thing about the intestine is you can have your intestine spilling out, and you can still be just functioning and still clinging onto life and trying to stuff them back in. Once your brains come out, that's it. It's over for you. So I think the idea of having your own stomach ripped open and seeing your intestines coming out and doing that thing that they often report on from battle scenes of soldiers trying to put it all back in, I think nothing beats that, really.